Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 5 Revenue Order as America. So, I'm going to continue where I left off. I changed my research order a little bit, and so I'm going to get mathematics first, because I only need to research 3 technologies to get to classical era through mathematics, as opposed to 4 technologies through construction. So I will enter classical era a little bit faster, and then I'll get construction. And the additional benefit of doing it this way is that I can train more archers before I get construction. And that's going to be good, because composite bombman requires 112 hammers, while archer only requires 60. So this way, I can build as many archers as possible and then upgrade them to composite bombman on the same turn I get construction on. And thanks to that, I will have a slightly bigger army than I otherwise would at that point of the game. If I were to research construction first and then train composite bombmen in my capital, obviously that means I'll have to spend some money to actually upgrade my archers, but I prefer to spend money than wait for construction. Especially since my production in Washington is a little bit on the low side. This will not be a high production city, that's for sure. I will have some other cities in this area that will be good for production. So I will most likely start a city on this hill right here, for example, because that city will have all the hills to the east in range. It will also have fish to the west, it will have this one, it will have silk in range, and it will be a pretty easy city to defend on top of the hill. So this is almost definitely going to be a city. I will also start a city right next to the mountain on the river, probably on this tile. It will have all the spices in range, it will have silk in range, and then I'll also get a city on the east coast. So these are going to be my 4 core cities around Washington. However, I'm not training the settler yet, because, well, Venice is my neighbor, so I know the AI will not steal my best city locations, because it can't. Which means I can focus on military a little bit more. If I had any other neighbor, I would be getting a settler right now to secure my city in this area, probably. Yeah, this would almost definitely be my second city, and I would be training a settler right now. But since Venice is my neighbor, I can focus on my military a little bit more than I usually would. Also, I think I'm just going to buy this tile with bananas. Might as well do that and take advantage of my unique ability. This will make Washington grow a little bit faster. So there we go. And it might make my borders expand to spices to the east before I settle that city. We'll see. I can't actually buy this tile because it's too far away. So now I'm just going to wait. I will probably declare war once I get construction. If I'm lucky, I might be able to take Venice without catapults. Obviously I will have mathematics, but catapults take a while to train. So 4 more turns for that archer. Now I'm just going to wait, more or less. I could declare war right now to harass Venice a bit, to pillage their improvements, but I'm actually kind of hoping that Enrico will build at least one wonder in his capital before I go to war with him. And that's less likely to happen if I start harassing him right now. But that's also a good strategy. Declaring war on an AI very early and stealing their workers, killing their units, can really cripple their growth. If I were to declare war on Venice right now, I could steal their worker, I could pillage their improvements, and this would cripple them really badly. That is a pretty good strategy against a neighbor very early on. But I'm not doing that specifically because I'm hoping he will build a wonder. He has 0 wonders right now. Even if he doesn't, this is still a pretty good city, don't get me wrong. But I'm hoping he will. The best way to get early game wonders is to just steal them from an AI, at least on Deity difficulty. There's my new archer. So 12 turns, yep, we'll do that. The city will grow to population 6 by the time I'm ready to train a settler. My second city is probably going to be here. In fact, it's almost definitely going to be here, because then I could connect this city with the road and then connect my second city with Venice with the road. I would get a harbor in Venice eventually, but this road will easily pay for itself if I have a city in the middle. So that's the plan. I can move the spearmen a little bit closer. And one thing that's really nice about America is that the +1 sight range on all military units means that you don't have to bother spotting the city with spies and things like that a little bit later in the game. It will be much easier to do it at least. So this guy will stay here. And I can move a little bit closer just to keep an eye on them. And yeah, as you can see, I can actually see Venice from 3 tiles away. So I won't need spies in cities that I want to siege later in the game. That's actually really nice. It's not a game-defining ability or anything like that, but it's useful. At least more useful than it might seem at first glance. So I'll just fortify him over there. I won't need to upgrade the spearmen. I am keeping the archer back in my territory, because they need to be in my territory in order to be upgradable. I should be able to get at least 3 archers before I go to war and before I get construction easily. I don't remember the exact cost to upgrade archer to composite bowman, but I have, what, almost 500 gold? That should be enough. Oh great, Merchant of Venice. Is he going for Sidon? I hope not. I should probably block the way if I can. Not sure if I can, but it's worth a try. I don't want Venice to take Sidon. I plan to get at least friendly with Sidon a little bit later. I still want to get this natural wonder, but it's not a priority at the moment. So it will just have to wait for a little bit later in the game. I will, however, settle a city here, probably on this tile. I'll just do it a little bit later. For now, I have to focus on Venice. And once I take Venice, then I can expand a little bit more. I want at least 4 cities in this area. So near the mountain here, on the west coast, on the east coast, and this city right here, next to Mount Sinai. So that's going to happen. Next. That means I'll lose some relations with Sidon, because they will have this tile by the time I'm ready to settle that city. And that also means I'll have to use a great general to steal the natural wonder from Sidon, but I'm okay with that. Okay, plantation is done now. I could actually chop the forest just to get my archers out quicker. I'm not really sure if it's worth it. Hold on, I need to check the timing on this. I need 18 turns for mathematics. Nah, I don't think it's worth speeding this up. I can't get the quarry yet, but I can hook up the second spices. Not a bad idea. Or I could get a farm to make my city grow faster. That's actually the best choice right now, I think. So let's do that. I'll block the way just so he can't move through. His Merchant of Venice is still in there. I could actually completely block him off. Yeah, if I keep a scout right here and spearman right here, he won't be able to go through until he gets optics. So I'll just do that, just to block him. Alright. Once I complete that farm, I'll probably start working on my plantation, on the spices. I also have horses right here, which will make this city location even better. Because I'll have horses in range. Yeah, that's quite nice. I've been thinking about my Pantheon, because I'll have to pick that soon. Okay, Spain. And I might go for culture from plantations, because even if I don't build plantations on bananas, which I probably won't, because then I will lose food and science. I usually don't build plantations on bananas, but even without that, I would get at least +7 culture from plantations, because I have 5 plantations on spices, and I will also have plantations on silk. And there's cotton near Venice, so I think that's a good choice. Not to mention, I will always have the option of getting more culture if I decided to lose the food and science from bananas. I probably won't, but it will be an option. So next, my second archer is almost done. I generally want at least 3 archers. I will not be selling my embassy because I don't know where their capital is. But they had an extra luxury, so that means I want to connect the spices as soon as possible, just to make that trade. I will let my worker complete the farm, because that will allow my capital to grow a little bit faster. Alright, one more archer. At least one more archer before I get construction easily. I might switch my production to catapult, That should allow me to get 3 composite bowmen and catapult before I go to war. That would be more than enough to take Venice. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. So this plan will delay my expansion a little bit, but that's okay. I will get a pretty good city in exchange for that. That's the whole idea behind this. I will take Venice, which will probably give me at least 5 population. It will grow to 10 or more by the time I take it, so that will give me an instant city with 5 population and all these improvements around it, and probably a lot of buildings inside. Okay, nice, my border grew. I need to get this tile down here, because that's free food and 1 production, but I'm not really willing to spend that much gold. It will be fairly cheap, but I'd rather keep my gold for now. Another thing I could do is just buy a settler, but I won't have enough money to upgrade my archers and also buy a settler at the same time. So I won't be doing that. At least not right now. I'm actually getting +3 science from Venice because they are sending a trade route to Washington, so that's kind of nice. That's actually what, 1/4 of my total science right now, just from that one caravan that's coming to me from Venice. That's the nice thing about starting right next to an AI on Deity. They will send a caravan to your capital if they are close enough, and that free science this early on is actually worth quite a bit. Again, that's 1/4 of my total science right now. Next. We're getting ready for the war. We will liberate Venice. We will bring democracy to Venice. They will enjoy it. So, do I want to chop this? Nah, I think I'll just get started on the plantation right away to trade with Spain as fast as possible. Once I'm done with construction, I'll just go down the regular research route, which means I'll get writing, I'll get philosophy, and then theology, and then education, just the usual plan, although I'm kind of considering going for early metal casting. I usually don't, but it might actually make sense. If I get another target, then it would make sense to get physics as fast as possible. If there's another civilization somewhere close that I could attack, I might actually go for metal casting and early physics. But I need to see if I'll have another target for an early war or not. This is not the end of this continent, from what I can see, so there might be someone to the north. And if not, I can always get optics and go visit my other neighbors. This looks like a small continents kind of map. All of the advanced settings for this map were randomized, so I have no idea which specific settings this map is using. But this looks like something like small continents or whatever. I will have to start building up a fleet as well, because I'm quite obviously going to need one in this game. So I'll probably do that once I get compass. Okay, 2 more turns. Do I have more archers queued up? I do. But I want to switch that to catapult. So let's see. I'll queue up something else first, which means I could just do 1 turn of granary. I can't add a catapult to the queue right now because I didn't actually finish mathematics. So I have to finish that first, then I'll just start constructing the catapult. I might not even need the catapult, but it's safer to have one. And I can start getting experience. Experienced artillery units are extremely important for a good domination game. Experienced units in general are very important for a good domination game, honestly. And not actually losing them. Okay, so 1 turn of granary and then I'll get started on that catapult. And I'm also about to enter classical era. I was going to try getting allied with Sidon, but that's not going to happen really. I do in fact have a quest for a great general though. Oh no, I thought that's a great general quest, it's not. They want me to find lands of Spain. I could actually do that, I would have to get optics. And they want me to demand tribute. Well, that's not really going to work, and they want me to destroy this barbarian camp. I might be able to destroy that barbarian camp once I take Venice. I'm not sure if there's access. Also, it seems blocking the way worked, because Venice is kind of confused about this merchant. Which is nice, I don't want them to take Sidon. Alright, now we wait for construction. And I will grab discipline. I could get started on tradition right now, because the discipline bonus is only for melee units, not for ranged units. I already have my two most important policies in honor, so I think it makes sense to get started on tradition right now. And I think I will do exactly that. It will increase my border expansion and give me a little bit of extra culture. I will actually unlock tradition right now. I can always get discipline later, and I definitely will, but I don't feel like I need it right now. So I'll get started on tradition. I will get the tradition finisher, I will get all the policies in tradition in this game. Tradition is just so awesome. There's no bad policy in tradition, they are all good. And some of them are just insanely good. And they are universally good, regardless of your map, regardless of your situation, regardless of which victory condition you're going for. That's what makes tradition so good. While honor and liberty are both highly situational, liberty is less situational than honor, but it's still situational. Oh yeah, I was going to get started on that catapult. So 19 turns, that will take a while, but I'm okay with that. Can I optimize this a little bit more? Yes, I can. That will delay the catapult even more, but I want my city to grow faster. 2 more turns for masonry. How many turns for that plantation? I didn't even remove the jungle yet. And I got another tile. Nice. So, come on. I could buy a settler for 680, but then I wouldn't have enough money to upgrade my archers. So I won't be doing that. I'll just build a settler myself in Washington, once I'm done with all these units. I'll probably get the settler once I'm done with that catapult. I need at least one catapult. So yeah, I have to complete that. 15 turns. Right, the general plan right now is to just declare war as soon as I'm done with construction. Because then I can just upgrade this to composite bomber instantly. As for Pantheon, okay. There are several good options here. Fertility rights is always a good choice regardless of your situation, but I won't be going for that. God of Craftsmen would also be a decent choice in this game, but I won't be going for that either. Another good choice would be Sun God. This would give me, what, 5 extra food? I have 5 tiles with bananas around here. There's one on some tiny island, but I have 3 bananas here, another one here. But I won't be taking that either. I will be taking... Where is it? Oral tradition. +1 culture from plantations. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going for. This will give me at least +7 culture in this area. And more if I ever decide to build plantations on bananas. Again, I probably won't, but... Even without plantations on bananas, this is still a good Pantheon for my starting location. And I will get culture instantly. So, yep, let's grab that. Alright, nice. So, next. That's the Pantheon secured. I'm still going to grab... Oh, Declaration of Friendship. Yeah, maybe. I think I'll agree, actually. Yeah, that will allow me to sell... Actually, no, I was going to trade spices for luxuries, but I could sell spices for gold, which might not be a bad idea, because what I could do is sell spices for gold and just buy either a second worker or a settler. I would love to have enough money to actually buy a settler. I could sell horses to Spain. Oh, this is 6 horses. Okay, I need this tile as fast as possible. Unfortunately, I can't buy it, because it's 4 tiles away from Washington. But... Oh, okay, Venice already has swordsmen, alright. No, I'm not selling embassy. Do they have iron next to Venice? Apparently they do, even though I can't see it. Hey, that's good for me, that's iron for me, right? I'm not afraid of one little swordsman, that's fine. 14 turns for that catapult. I only have 1 melee unit, and also a scout, which is technically a melee unit, I suppose. So I need to be careful with that. I might build or buy another spearman, we'll see. I need to manage my gold carefully. 13 turns for construction. My happiness should be okay, especially if I decide to trade spices for luxury. I'm actually not sure if I want to sell spices for extra happiness or for gold. I could really use both right now. I think gold is going to be more useful overall. I could get 360. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that. I don't know, we'll see. I got a few more turns before I have to decide. Actually, I have to decide right now, because that plantation is done. Okay, so I have to decide right now. Do I want gold? How much gold do they have? Okay, only 44 gold. Never mind, I will get my happiness then. I can always trade it for gold per turn, but that's less useful right now. And I will actually get Golden Age in 24 turns at this rate, which is not too bad. Okay, nice. I actually got this tile with horses. Perfect. That's more gold for me. Awesome. I didn't think I'm going to get this tile so early, but okay. This is 4 tiles away from my capital. Now it would be nice getting the spices to the east. I'm actually hoping that my border will expand there. That's one of the reasons why I bought this tile with bananas, other than wanting my capital to grow faster. Just checking if I'm working all the proper tiles. This is one of the best features of the enhanced interface mod. I don't actually have to go into the city to check which tiles it's working. It's so awesome. I did turn off the screen, the mini ranking on the right side, because I had to turn it off to enable this list. That's part of the enhanced interface mod. So I can actually see the city-states over here. I can see missions with the city-states, which is really nice. I don't have to go in here to check the missions. I really like that. There's the swordsman. I'll have to be careful with that swordsman. 6 more turns for construction. So we are almost ready. This is going to be turned 115 or so for the war declaration, which is decent. This is about as early as it gets on Deity. I wouldn't want to start a war before turn 100, unless I do it for the sole purpose of harassing my neighbor, just to cripple his early growth, which is a pretty good strategy. I'm just not doing it with Venice right now because I was hoping they will build a wonder, which they did not, unfortunately. He went for piety opener. That's not going to help him much. So, are we there yet? 5 turns for that catapult. This is going to be a rather one-sided war, most likely, even though he has the swordsman. The city is pretty easy to defend, thanks to this mountain and thanks to the hills around it, but I'm still going to take it quite easily. Especially with my great general and with composite bowman. He doesn't have composite bowman himself yet. He might have construction, but there's an archer inside Venice. 3 more turns and 2 more turns for construction. Alright. This is going to be fun. Medieval era, Colossus. Yeah, shame that wasn't Venice. I don't have spies yet, obviously, so I can't see what he's doing in his capital. I wish I could see what he's building, because then I could make an informed decision about whether to just declare war right now to start getting my experience, or to wait hoping he will build some wonder. Okay, border growth, nice, I got another grassland. And now I'm just going to go for philosophy. So writing. I could go for metal casting, but I don't even have writing yet. I need writing for sure right now, so I'll just do that. And decide what's next when I'm done with writing. And with writing I can start getting embassies. Come on. So here's my catapult. 1 catapult will be enough. I don't think I'll need more than that. Venice is at 17 combat strength only. And let's upgrade the units. 110. That's okay. So instant free composite bowman, spearman and catapult on turn 115. That's a pretty decent army. This is going to be more than enough for our first war. I just need to be careful with my melee units, since I can't actually take the city if I don't have a melee unit left, as you know now. Let's get a little bit closer. I will position myself before I actually declare war. The most important thing right here will be getting rid of that swordsman. I might want to kill that merchant, just so Venice doesn't get any benefit from that. Okay, we have the horses, so let's sell that to Spain. We can get some money. How much is she going to give us? No. Does she actually value horses? Oh, she doesn't value horses at all. Okay. That's a little bit odd. But whatever. Let's get that quarry. Shame I can't work this style. I'm a little bit surprised Spain doesn't value horses. Oh well. Maybe I'll be able to sell them later. It doesn't make any sense selling horses to Venice right now because I'm about to declare war. So yeah, that's a bit pointless. Alright, I can actually get a little bit closer. I could be in range of Venice before I declare war, but I don't think that's such a smart idea, honestly. Yeah, definitely not. This mountain is going to make this war a little bit more annoying than it would have been otherwise. But I think it will be fine. I just need to be somewhat careful about this. Pyramids, not in Venice either. Well, they can't build pyramids because they went for piety. Okay, quarry. How's our city doing? It's going to grow in 3 turns. I will finish the granary. Actually, no, I should probably just get started on that settler once the city grows to 7. So that's what I'm going to do. Once the city grows to 7, I'll switch my production to settler. I need to secure my city locations just in case someone actually comes with a settler from another island. Okay, are we ready to declare war yet? I think so. I can move into range of Venice, which I might or might not want to do. I'm not entirely convinced it's such a great idea. But, well, I've already done it, so whatever. No, I'm not interested in the creation of friendship. Guess why? We are going to bring democracy to Venice. I really want to kill that merchant of Venice too. So can I deal with this swordsman? Easily. It's not very safe to attack it with the composite moment from here. It's definitely not safe to do that. Let's declare war. Actually, can I maybe get Isabella to do the same? Or can I get her to pay me to declare war on Venice? Probably not, no. So will she declare war on Venice? It's mostly useful for diplomatic purposes. You get smaller penalty with other civilizations if they are also at war with the civilization you are at war with. But no, she won't do it. I'll just back up slightly and declare war myself, so let's do that. Alright, now, I have 2 goals with this war. The first one is obviously taking Venice. That's a no-brainer. But the second one is also getting as much experience as possible. Do I want to plunder this? I think I'll fortify on this tile and let the swordsman come to me. That's going to be better. Yeah, I'm going to wait for the swordsman to come to me. That will make it easier to kill him. Oh, he won't do that? Okay. That's fine. Right. I guess I have to move in myself. I'm not too excited about that. But let's do it. He can't attack me from back there right now. So I'll move in. Yeah, this mountain is going to be a little bit annoying, unfortunately. But I can actually attack the spearmen from back here, which is nice. Maybe I should get optics faster. But it wouldn't really make a difference in this war. I could actually get sailing and get a trireme, but that's not super useful. It's not a ranged ship. You don't get the first ranged ship until compass, so yeah. Refuse, we'll get an embassy exchange once I'm done with writing. So, come on. I need to be really careful about this spearman. I can't afford to lose him. I think I'll just pillage the plantation. Just to heal myself up. Okay, I could almost kill that merchant, but I want to kill the spearman first. For obvious reasons, I would think. So let's do that. I will move my catapult a bit. Maybe I'll get a chance to fire at the merchant of Venice. He will fortify. And next. That swordsman is the most dangerous unit they have. Chichen Itza, so it doesn't look like Venice will get any wonders, unfortunately. They have early concerns about my warmongering. I wonder why. This is not war, we're just bringing democracy to Venice. I have no idea what they are talking about. Okay, embassy. Where's their capital? Okay, so it looks like Madrid is actually on my continent, which means Spain might be my next target. This is a pretty nice city too. Well, not for production, but it has very high population potential. So, next research, well, I have to go for philosophy. Do I want to enter medieval era through something other than theology? Maybe. I don't need to go for education ASAP. I could get philosophy now and then go to medieval era through guilds. I could also go to medieval era through theology. I definitely need philosophy, there's no question about that. Do I want iron working? Do I need trapping? No, not really, I don't even have iron yet. Anyway, this part has been long enough already actually, so I'm going to finish it here and take Venice in the next one. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.